Pride and Prejudice. "My dear Mr. Bennet," said Mrs. Bennet one day, "have you heard the news? Someone is coming to live at Netherfield Park at last." Mr. Bennet made no answer. "Don't you want to know who has taken the house?" said his wife. "You want to tell me, and I don't mind listening." That was enough invitation. "Well, my dear, Netherfield Park has been taken by a young man with a large fortune. He came from the north of England to see the place on Monday. He was so delighted with the house that he is coming to live there at the end of September. Some of his servants are arriving by the end of next week to get the place ready." "What is his name?" "Bingley." "Is he married or single?" "Oh, single, my dear. A single man with a large fortune, £4,000 or £5,000 a year." "What a fine thing for one of our girls!" "Why? What has it got to do with them?" "My dear Mr. Bennet," replied his wife, "how can you be so slow? You must know what I'm thinking. He might marry one of our girls. In fact, it's very likely that he'll fall in love with one of them. So you must visit him as soon as he comes." "I see no reason to do that. You and the girls may go." "But, Mr. Bennet, think of your 5 daughters. What a house Netherfield Park would be for one of them. Indeed, you must go. If you do not, it is impossible for us to visit. You know that." "Oh, I'm sure Mr. Bingley will be glad to see you, and I'll send a letter with you. I'll say that he is welcome to marry one of the girls. He may choose any of them, though I must put in a good word for my little Lizzie." "Why do you always prefer her?" "Lizzie is no better than the other girls. Jane is twice as pretty, and Lydia is much better company." "None of them have great qualities," replied Mr. Bennet. "They are silly and uneducated, like all girls. But Elizabeth is more intelligent than her sisters." "Mr. Bennet, how can you talk so badly of your own children? You take delight in making me angry. You don't care about my poor feelings at all." "You are mistaken, my dear. Your feelings are my old friends. You've told me so much about them these past 20 years. Ah, you don't know how much I suffer. But I hope you'll get better and live to see many rich young men become our neighbors. It will be no use to us. If 20 rich young men came, you would not visit them." "When there are 20, I will visit them all. You may be sure of that, my dear." Poor silly Mrs. Bennet. After 23 years of marriage, she still did not understand her husband. Her own mind was less difficult to understand. The business of her life was to get her daughters married.